I don't know where to start exactly, so I might as well start from the end and work my way backwards. uh, so I learned the hard way. I wasn't in a relationship with the mother of my child um, when I went or before or during uh, knowing that I was going to become a father. I was really scared and trying to run from her. I didn't want to be a father. But just talking to men around me that are fathers just told me to man up. Even if I didn't like her, I want to be with her, still be there for my kid. And for me, I just had to pray that this kid wasn't ugly or wasn't anything but just pure and just to love me. Um, Before that relationship or before that situationship, I was actually talking to someone. Her name was Lauren. Her dad passed away, and she's from Detroit, so she was kind of homesick and missing her dad that died in Arizona. And so for me, I and her, me and her related to each other because we missed it. We miss our home, our where we from. You know, we miss our family, we miss our friends. So we kind of like literally was attached on the sense of trying to find companionship or trying to find love. I can say like I allowed her depression or self guilt to become a toxic on to me at times where she didn't believe me, but she believed people that already hurted her, lied from her, steal from her. She had a friend that had kids that literally just used everybody around her. And I literally seen it for what it was. And I tried to tell her, and she told me, don't say that about her. Don't say that. And then brung the kids up. And for me, kids are like my real sensitive to me. So like when she brings them up and defends her up with kids, I can't really say nothing. Cause who wants to argue with a woman or a female about kids or about a situation with kids? You know what I'm saying? So just let her learn. You know, I had to step back and really break up with her so she can realize that she was getting used by that girl or that friend. Before her, there was a girl named Precious. 3 to 4 years, and we was never official, but I was always at her house. She was always at my house. We talked all the time. We worked. We had a really good relationship. Um, but we broke up or separated because her family was very manipulative to her, and she didn't know how to stand her ground with them. So they used to talk about me, and I didn't have no problem about it, but they'll hit her, um, like really some crazy stuff to her, and even my family said you need to call the police on them. So I broke up or try to distance myself between her because sex only can go so far if you're not um, intellectually attracted to someone after a while. And I just felt like she wasn't listening or got the clear message that she's living in a dangerous, toxic household. Um, I say I met or dated someone that I felt like I was perfect for. Is when I first moved to Maricopa, Arizona. Her name was Janasha Biddle. I met her literally when I was registering for school, and I pointed to her, and I literally told my family like, I want to be with her. I want to be her man. And my family told me, you need to focus on school. You need to focus on this. But all I could think about was this beautiful girl that just walked past me. She smelled so good. It was so crazy. And I'll say I finally got introduced or talked to her or stared at her 6 months, 7 months into the school year. I was a junior, she was a senior, but I literally like fell in love by just looking at her. As we're going back, what I did wrong with Janasha is I lied on my dick. I lied about so much stuff that thought I was being cool, popular by saying that I did this and did that with other females. But she literally told me, she said, you telling me all this stuff doesn't make me want to do all that stuff. That makes me not want to do that. And so I had to realize that I was fucking up and not meaning to, or realize that I in my head may sound cool, but in reality it really wasn't, because that's the person I wanted to be with. Even though we really didn't break up, we just like grew up a little bit. And then when I thought that me and her were going to get back together or try to talk it out, I didn't know that she was talking to 2 other guys. I knew one of them named Hunter, but one of them would end up being her baby daddy. But she asked me, like, what are we? And I said, well, we can talk. We're getting back to know each other. Never did hear back from her. My tires got slashed. I fixed them. I think we went out for breakfast. And then I just had one of those dreams, like about fishes, about like weird stuff. And I just out of nowhere said, Janasha's pregnant. And then she called me, cussing me out, saying that like I was trying to follow her boyfriend, this and that. And the thing is, I wasn't. I added him on Facebook a long time ago before I knew anything about them or even think that they was, you know what I'm saying? They didn't think nothing about it. And for her just to be aggressive and just rude to me, I'm like, are you pregnant? Yes, I am. I knew your friends would tell you. And it was like, damn, it was literally just a guess. And she didn't even believe me. I'm going to make it short and simple. But after that, we kind of distanced each other. Her baby daddy ended up going to jail. So he wasn't there the first 2 years or 3 years of their son's life. I never did try to interfere or try to act like the stepdaddy. I always wanted to be a friend, just to be that cool guy. Because when you really love somebody, you want to see that person happy, And so a lot of stuff that she told me wasn't necessarily true. She told me that, I'm not going to get into it, but basically, I'll say I got into a car accident. I couldn't remember her for the day of my life, but when I actually did realize who she was and everything, I wanted to hang out with her. I wanted to see how she was doing, but she didn't want to. I ended up having the kid. I introduced them, like my kid, into a baby, into this grown woman's life. And I really didn't even see her son like that or even met him like that. But he knew of me. So I thought that was pretty cool that the son knew of me. But I'll say it really hurt me the most when she kind of lied to me. It was like a Christmas. I'm like still trying to find myself as a man, as a father. And she told me, oh yeah, I'm not getting nothing for Christmas, or I didn't get nothing for Christmas. I'm like, yeah, right. You got family, you got a husband. And at the time I was just kidding, like, you got a husband? And she said, oh, I ain't gonna marry him. And I said, so if he proposed to you, you wouldn't take it? She told me no. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I'll get you something. So I got her all kind of body stuff, soap, stuff like scrubs, all kind of crazy stuff. And then realizing that she got engaged and she was getting married. And it's like, damn, like, why'd you lie to me? Like, and she felt like I wasn't going to be happy, or I wasn't going to support her. And that hurt me the most. Like you would think that shallow of me, or you would think that low of me, that I wouldn't want to see you do your best. And I can honestly say that was kind of like a real turning point for me. And this all happened at least 2 years ago, but the relationship was so long ago, and it still affects me today on how I act and how I present myself with women, because like she didn't have to lie, and that's like I'm not. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not gonna try to get into it. I feel like I'm going off topic, but before that relationship, before that relationship, I wasn't serious. I didn't really have a girlfriend at Peoria. I'm sorry, at Tempe High School, at different charter schools. Um, she really taught me how to love and really be a man to a girlfriend. She really did teach me a lot. I say I had my first crush on a few Mexicans in high school and middle school when I first came out here, but nothing too serious where they wanted to go out with me. I'll say my freshman sophomore year, I went out with a girl named Kayla. Um, the thing is with Kayla, when I realize it now, she's basically she's mixed, and so her dad is full-blooded African, and her mom is white, so she's light skinned. So she's a beautiful girl, but a lot of people will allow appearances, and because she look like this or have curly hair, that excludes certain things. And for me, I went out with her, but I seen through everything that, because beauty can take you so far, and so I literally learned that at a really early age that yeah, you are beautiful, but your heart can be ugly. Um, and then before high school, I had crushes like out in Peoria, black girls, but they just didn't think I was cute. I had braces in Peoria. I had an accent, so girls really didn't find me attractive. Um, Nowadays, I get told I'm handsome, but I feel like Kawhi a little bit. Like I'm like, thanks, because I don't really know. I've been hurt so much. I've been lied to. It's really hard to really see who's really genuine, and you could tell somebody that you like them and you want to take them on a date, but you know they'll leave you on scene or y'all would never go on a date. And for me, I can never get mad at someone for that because I literally wrote my story. I wrote my book because of my past relationships. I feel like it's just meant to be. That I was meant to be alone.